Hello everyone, my name is Magdalena and you're listening to From Words to Worlds. Up until this moment, I was recording videos for a YouTube channel, From Words to Worlds, but now I decided to give a podcast a try. I decided to give a podcast a try. Give something a try simply means to try something and see what will happen. So let's try together and see what will happen. Take a moment then to get really comfortable. Maybe you are sitting with a cup of tea. Maybe you are on a quiet walk. It's probable you are driving a car or you are somewhere on a bus. Wherever you are and whatever you're doing, this is your time to slow down just a little. Take a deep breath and let's learn something useful in a calm way. Today we are going to explore 3 English words that a lot of learners mix up, even at intermediate levels. These words are everywhere. You hear them in conversations, in business meetings, in movies, in podcasts. And sometimes they can feel a bit confusing. The words are opportunity or opportunity, opportunity, opportunity. Occasion, occasion. Oh, occasion. Chance or chance, chance or chance. Do you know these words in English? Can you translate them to your native tongue? Do they sound similar in your native tongue? Or do they sound completely different? There are languages which cover all 3 ideas with just one word. So it's completely natural that learners translate directly and sometimes get confused. But in English, these 3 words describe very different situations. And once you really feel the difference, your English will suddenly become more natural, more precise, and more confident, I'm sure. From time to time, I'll invite you to pause and answer a question or two. These are small moments of practice that are very useful. So please don't skip the exercises, okay? Because you are devoting time to the podcast anyway, so don't skip the exercises. Okay, let's go. First, let's talk about the word opportunity or opportunity. Opportunity describes a good situation that allows you to achieve something valuable or positive. Very often it is connected with progress, improvement, learning, or success. Think about it like this. An opportunity is a moment when something good becomes possible. And usually you have a choice. Do you want to take this new possibility or not? Let's imagine a small story. Picture a young woman, Mary. She works in a small company in her hometown. Her life is very stable, very predictable, and maybe even sometimes a bit boring. One day, her manager calls her into her office and says, "We are opening a new branch in London, and we are looking for someone from our team who would like to work there for a year." Now, everything changes. Mary suddenly has a choice. She can stay where she is, in her stable, even if a bit boring, job, or she can move to London, improve her English, meet new people, work internationally, and she will get a raise. A raise means more money, so it's always a good thing to get it. That possibility to move to London, that is for Mary an opportunity. She suddenly has an opportunity to move to London, improve her English, meet new people, and earn more money because she will get a raise. Mary might say, "This is a great opportunity for my career." "This is a great opportunity for my career." Or she can say, "I have the opportunity to work abroad." "I have the opportunity to work abroad." Okay, this is an opportunity, a chance or possibility to get something, achieve something, learn something. And this possibility was created by a new situation. Mary's manager gave her a new job offer, and this job offer opened for Mary new perspectives. So this job offer became an opportunity to meet new people, get more money, work internationally, move to London, blah, 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 blah. Or maybe another example, a bit closer to everyday life. At work, you meet a new colleague. He's from England. You two start talking, maybe a bit nervously at first, and then more naturally and more naturally. So you might say, "Today I had the opportunity to practice English with a native speaker at work." "Today I had the opportunity to practice English with a native speaker at work." Or you might say, "Thanks to my new colleague, I have the opportunity to speak English every day." Thanks to my new colleague, I have the opportunity to speak English every day. Right? Because now you have a chance, a possibility to speak English every day at work. And thanks to that opportunity, your language skills will grow. Exactly. Is it clear? Okay, super. Where we have an English word, we also have, of course, typical expressions. You can take the opportunity when you accept it. You can miss the opportunity when you don't see it in time and you let it go past you. If you don't see an opportunity in time and you just let it pass you, you can say, "Oh, I missed this opportunity." Mhm. For example, you saw a very interesting job offer online, but you noticed it after deadline. So you can't apply for the job anymore. It's too late. You can say, "Oh, I missed the opportunity to apply for this job." Mhm. I missed the opportunity to apply for this job. And let's go to the word occasion. 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 Mhm. Occasion is very different from opportunity because it refers to an event, a celebration, a special day, or a special moment that you like to celebrate. It has nothing to do with a chance for something or opportunity to learn something. No. It's about a meaningful, important day. For example, weddings, birthdays, anniversaries, formal dinners, graduation ceremonies, Easter, Valentine's Day, and so on. So if you get a wedding invitation from your cousin, maybe you say, "Oh, my cousin's wedding is a very special occasion." Or you may say, "Oh, my cousin's wedding, it's a very special occasion." Okay? You might say, "Oh wow, I need to buy some new clothes for this special occasion." Or you can say, now I need to buy some new clothes for this special occasion." Hmm. What about Easter or Christmas? I can definitely say that Easter is a very important occasion for everyone in Poland. Mhm. Christmas is a very special occasion for people around the world. Okay? So, occasion is very simple. It's a special time when you celebrate something. Great. Again, where we have a word, we have also natural expressions. For example, let's imagine you are a person who wears very elegant clothes for weddings, but when you go to the gym, you put on sports clothes. You put on tank top and stretch pants. So you dress completely differently because the wedding situation is different from going to the gym, right? So you might say that you always choose the right clothes for the right situation. You dress differently when you go to work. You dress differently when you go to funeral. You dress differently when you go to the gym. So you may say then, "I dress for the occasion." I dress for the occasion. This expression means that you decide what clothes you wear depending on where you go. I dress for the occasion can mean a special occasion, like a wedding, but it can also mean simply going to the gym. But this expression means that you choose your clothes depending on where you go. So, if you see your partner who is going to a birthday party and who is wearing clothes that, in your opinion, aren't the best choice, you can tell your partner, Oh, you know what? You should dress for the occasion. Okay? You should dress for the occasion. It means that you should choose the right clothes for this type of situation, for birthday. Okay? Okay. Another expression with the word occasion is more idiomatic. It's a metaphor because you can say on occasion. On occasion means sometimes, from time to time. Okay? So it comes from the understanding that you do something from one big occasion to another big occasion. But you can use this expression in any situation when you want to say that you do something from time to time. For example, I can say, this is definitely true about me, I drink alcohol only on occasion. I drink alcohol only on occasion. So I drink alcohol, but very seldom, very rarely, from time to time, from one big occasion to another. Okay, super. And let's move to the third word, chance or chance. This word is completely different. I like it very much because I can connect it to lottery winnings. I'm still hopeful that one day I'll win the lottery. But the chances to win a lottery in Norway, where I live, are 1 in 5.4 million. Only one person in 5.4 million people can win a lottery. This is how small a chance is. So, as you can hear, chance is connected with probability or luck. It can also be connected with coincidence and sometimes even risk. Unlike opportunity, chance is very often something you cannot control. Okay? For example, weather. You can say with a sad face, "Oh, there's a good chance it will rain tomorrow." Or maybe you are a farmer and you can say with a happy face, "There is a good chance it will rain tomorrow." If you prepared a very big project for your company, but you are unsure if this project earns the company any money, you don't know if the project brings any profit, you can say, "There is a chance that my project will be successful." Right? You don't know. Maybe it will be, maybe it won't be, but there's definitely a chance. Okay? Okay. So the word chance is completely different from the word opportunity. Because if you are a businessman who prepared a very big project and you know that thanks to this project your company will get more money, you can say, my project creates a great opportunity to increase profits. If you have a dog and whether it's raining or the sun is shining, you have to take your dog for a walk. So you definitely walk more and your health gets improved, right? You can tell your friend, "Oh, you know what? walking with my dog, it's a great opportunity to get fit. Because walking with your dog creates this opportunity for you, right? You have to walk with your dog, and this situation additionally is for you a possibility to get fit. But if you want to tell your friend that, on a walk with a dog, maybe you can meet somebody, right? Another interesting person who is also on a walk with a dog. Then you can tell your friend, thanks to my walks with my dog, I now have a chance to meet somebody new, right? You don't know if you meet somebody or not, so you have a chance to meet somebody. But every time you take your dog for a walk, you get a little bit more fit, right? You exercise, so you have the opportunity to get fit. Okay, is the difference clear? Okay. Again, where there is a word, there are expressions. Expressions with the word chance are, for example, by chance. By chance means accidentally. Okay? Accidentally, without any plan. If you go to a cafe and you meet an old schoolmate you haven't seen for 20 years, you can say, "Oh, it's so nice to see you. We met by chance. We met accidentally." Another very useful expression is no chance. No chance. No chance means, in essence, absolutely not. There's zero chance. For example, that I will do something or something will happen. It's impossible. Okay? For example, for me, there's no chance I'll get up at 5 o'clock tomorrow morning. Okay? I would love to get up earlier. I would love to do yoga early in the morning. But to be honest, I am a realistic person. I know I will not do that. There's absolutely no chance I'm getting up at 5 o'clock tomorrow. Okay? Okay. Now, let's slow down for a moment. Take a breath. And let's practice together. I'll describe a situation. You will try to imagine it clearly in your head, like a small scene in a film. Then ask yourself, which word fits best here? Opportunity, occasion, or chance? If you can, try to pause the podcast and say your answer out loud. When you speak out loud, your brain remembers better because your brain thinks, "Oh, okay, so we will need this vocabulary to speak out loud. Then I'll better remember it." Okay? Okay. Ready? Let's go. Situation 1. You receive an email. You open it and you read. Your office manager would like to offer you a 10% raise on your salary. Take a moment. What would you say? For example, you might smile and say, "This is an amazing opportunity. Right. Situation 2. Now imagine you are standing in front of a mirror. You are dressed very elegantly. Maybe it's a suit. Maybe it's a beautiful dress. Someone asks you, "Why are you dressed like that?" What will you say? Hmm. Of course, you may say, "Oh, it's a special occasion." Or, "Oh, I'm dressed for the occasion. I'm going to a wedding." Situation 3. You are listening to a weather forecast. The presenter says, "There is a strong possibility of rain tomorrow." What word can you use to describe this situation? Of course, you may say, "There's a good chance it will rain tomorrow." Very good. 4. Imagine you are walking in a foreign city. You don't know anyone there. You don't recognize the buildings or the streets. You enter a small cafe. You turn around and suddenly you see someone you recognize. Maybe an old friend. You didn't expect it. You didn't plan it. He was just there. What do you say? Of course, you might say, "Oh, we met by chance," for example. Okay. 5. Now, imagine you are at work. Your manager tells you, "I'd like you to present your ideas directly to the CEO." You are excited, maybe you are a bit scared, but this is the first time you can present your ideas to the CEO. What do you say? Of course, you might say, "I have the opportunity to present my ideas to the CEO." 6. Now imagine a warm family evening. There is music, laughter, food on the table. Your parents are celebrating 30 years together. What do you say? Well, you can say, for example, "Oh, we are celebrating because this is a very special occasion. My parents' 30th wedding anniversary is a very special occasion." 7. Now imagine your friend recommends something. For example, going to a new restaurant. But you hate restaurants, and even more so, vegetarian restaurants. And this is where he would like to take you. How do you answer? There is absolutely zero probability that you will go. What do you say with a nice smile? Of course, you might smile and say, "There is no chance." Right? "There's absolutely no chance I'll go to the vegetarian restaurant." And the last situation. You are talking with a friend about your habits. There's something you don't do often, but sometimes when the mood is right, you go for a long walk in the evening. How can you tell your friend that from time to time you go for a long walk in the evening? Of course, you can say, on occasion, I go for a long walk in the evening. Super. Thank you so much for doing this exercise. I am absolutely 100% sure that you took this opportunity to practice English, right? There is no chance that you didn't do the exercise, right? Because every day with English is a special occasion, and we celebrate it by practice. Thank you so much for listening. If you have any questions, please leave them in the comment. You can also let me know what is your opinion about such slow, relaxing podcasts. Do you feel relaxed? Was it a comfortable podcast? Let me know. Thank you for listening to this first episode. See you next time.